Very excited about this. We've been talking about it for a few days. Bob Einstein is with us on 790 The Ticket. You also know him as Super Dave Osborne, and you also know him as Marty Funkhauser from Curb Your Enthusiasm. We've been fascinated with the joke you told to Seinfeld on Curb Your Enthusiasm. So before we even start, can you, as Marty Funkhauser, give us the punchline to that joke as well as you can deliver it?
And what exactly will you be doing with that?
Nothing. We'll just, we've been playing it. We've bleeped it out, but we've been
playing it.
Oh, you have
been?
Nonstop for 2 days.
Okay, the punchline is, you don't want to hear the whole joke.
Can you do it again? You think you could do the whole joke again?
Of course I could do the whole joke. A woman is very afraid the sides of her opening. So she goes to her mother and says, what am I going to do? I'm so big down there. When I marry Harry, he's going to divorce me. Or his mother says, don't worry, sweetheart. It runs in the family. Do what I did when I married your father. Go to the market, get some raw liver, put it in there. He'll never know the difference. So she does. They get married. They have 8 hours of unbelievable sex. She wakes up in the morning. Her husband's gone, but there's a note on her pillow. It says, my darling Harriet, to think that I waited a year to consummate our love relationship made my heart beat so loudly I'm surprised it didn't wake you up. The only reason I didn't wake you up, my sweetheart, is the sun was shining through the window on your face, and you were like a pot of gold at the end of my love rainbow. The only reason I'm not here now, darling, is I'm at work to make enough money to buy you a house, a picket fence, we'll have dogs and children. When the 5 o'clock dinner bell rings, I'll be home like the winged gossamer of love in your arms, your loving husband, Harry. P.S. Your cunt is in the sink.
What's been the reaction to that joke? Have you ever told a joke that's gotten that kind of reaction?
No, that's the greatest joke of all time. But it's not a joke you can tell in every single area. Yeah. It's not something you would tell on stage or at a cocktail party. But when you're out playing golf, it kind of loosens everybody up. And I don't tell it too often because I love it so much. And the chance to actually tell it on television was just hysterical.
How much fun is it to work on the Curb Your Enthusiasm set?
It's the greatest. It's the greatest. It's exactly as I used to do my show. I'm not trying to cross-plug here, but I am on tonight on Spike, 9 o'clock, Super Dave, Spike-tacular. Don't miss it.
You could check it out at Spike TV, and again, spike.com if you want more details on that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Don't interrupt. You can always interrupt with that.
All right.
Don't ever apologize for that. But it's ad-lib. And when you're able to ad-lib, you have to listen to what the other person says. You're not concentrating on lines. And it also gives you a chance to try to make the other people laugh. And it's the most fun. I love it.
I got to imagine a lot of that show is ad-libbed. It seems all the time like characters off to the side are laughing. I don't know what percentage of the show is ad-libbed, but it seems like a great deal of it.
It's all ad-libbed.
All of it?
All of it.
There's got to be a skeleton.
No. There's a framework of the scene. In other words, framework of the scene, Larry finds you at the script reading. You're eating at the chow line, and he doesn't know why you're there. You explain you're going to support him. He gets furious. You say to him, if Jerry says it's okay to stay, you can stay. And then you come and tell Jerry an off-color joke, and it goes from there.
So Seinfeld is hearing the joke for the first time
the first time he heard it, he went on the floor. and the rest of the Seinfeld characters were sitting at the desk for the table read, and they were told not to laugh at the joke, and the snot was coming through their nose.
So you had to redo it.
Oh, of course.
Oh, God, I wish I'd seen the first version. Is Larry David, now he seems a little bit like a tortured genius, or is he fun to be around, or is it kind of
I love him. I love him. He's just a great guy. He's got his idiosyncrasies, but he's a great guy. He's great to work with. He laughs all the time.
Right.
I'm sure, yeah.
He's always cracking on. That's what I try to do. There was a show once where... in fact, we saved a guy's life with this show. I'll tell you about it. But it was a carpool lane where Larry rented a hooker to drive in the carpool lane, and when he gets the game, I'm sitting in my seat with my deceased father, who's a vacant seat next to me, and Larry comes down to try to take the seat. Well, it was during a real Dodger game, so we only had a couple of shots at it. So Larry says to me, "Don't look at me when you talk to me," because he doesn't want to laugh. So he comes down the aisle and he stops. He said, "Is this seat taken?" And I said, "Back up, you're in my father's way." And he went back up the aisle just swearing.
And you, whose life did you save?
Oh, there was a guy at the ball game. I get a call, and the guy says, "Super Dave?" I said, "Yes." He said, "My client is in jail for murder," and he said that he was at the Dodger game the night that you were doing a Super Dave show. And I said, "No, I was doing Curb Your Enthusiasm." And he said, "Oh," and I said, call the HBO people, and maybe you'll look at the footage, and if your client really was there, maybe we'll see him." Now, this is a 1 in a billion because he would have had to been in that section. So they looked at the first 5 camera angles, nothing. In the 6th camera angle, there he is with his kid, and he was freed.
Wow, so you guys were the alibi.
Yeah. Although I did say to him, there's still an hour where you were unspoken for.
What character do you enjoy? They're two such great characters. Which one do you enjoy playing more, Funkhauser or Super Dave?
Well, I love Funkhauser, but Super Dave is my all-time favorite. I mean, it's just I just love that character because you get to do physical stunts, too.
Again, Super Dave Spike-tacular airs on Spike TV tonight. Go to spike.com for more details. Now, what good is a season finale of Curb Your Enthusiasm with no Marty Funkhauser? Why weren't you in the season finale?
I don't know. I think it was more playing out a Seinfeld episode. But look, I just love the show. I just love the whole idea that he buried my father, who was only 5'1". I'm 6'4". He buried my father with a golf club. My mother was hit in a wheelchair and killed in the street, and he stole flowers from her gravesite so he could have sex with his wife. My daughter was a lesbian who was going to marry a guy, and he turned her back into a lesbian. My crazy sister had sex with his manager. I mean, it's a very strange relationship.
You mentioned Super Dave and the fact you like it more because of the physical comedy that's involved. Who's the best physical comedian of all time? Besides you, of course.
Well, that's very hard to say. I mean, I think obviously Jerry Lewis was pretty spectacular. And I think in modern day, I think Jim Carrey is really great.
Bob Einstein with us on 790. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Were you going to go to Chevy Chase?
Chevy was great, yeah, but I just think that Jerry Lewis and Carrey are really do things with their body and their faces, and they're really great.
Do you find yourself a lot the last couple of weeks walking around and people are just shouting at you, "P.S. your cunt is in the sink"?
Well, it is unusual, yes. That joke has traveled all over the world now.
But it's happened, right? Somebody, a number of times it's happened since the episode.
It's very hard to yell at someone, "P.S. your cunt is in the sink."
Yeah.
It's a hi, hello, or Marty or Super is one thing. But hi, your cunt is in the sink is tough in public.
Yeah, I can understand that. Now, your brother's Albert Brooks. That means your brother's real name is Albert Einstein. Why would your parents do that to him?
I just thought they thought it was an honor more than anything else. I don't think they realized what they were doing.
So was there some sort of family shame involved when he changed his name and became famous?
No. It's not at all. It's very difficult to say, "Ladies and gentlemen, Albert Einstein," and come out and do an act.
It raises the expectations a little bit.
Yeah, it does raise it to a whole different thing, and you want to leave because you think it's going to be math jokes.
But wait a second, an honor? Because my my last name is Wiener, and had my parents named me Oscar Mayer, I would not consider that some sort of honor.
Wiener is can I say something without offending you?
Yes.
That's a horrible lesson.
Gee, no shit, thanks.
I mean, I just don't. I would have changed that.
Yeah.
Well, no.
It
Here's
probably
the thing.
was changed from Wienerstein.
No, it wasn't. It was changed from Lipschitz.
That's probably true.
It is true.
It's a good thing you weren't cockfucked.
Bob Einstein with us on 790. You know him as Super Dave Osborne. You also know him as Marty Funkhauser from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Again, Super Dave's Spike-tacular.
Did you see my first Super Dave show?
Yes.
No, you didn't. Did you? Don't say you did if you did.
I didn't see it, but my producer just gave me the thumbs up because he absolutely did see it. Our producer is a huge fan of yours, and he said he absolutely saw your first show.
I want you to watch it because you'll love it. If you go to Spike, the website, you can see it right now, and then watch it tonight because there's a piece I do with Kevin Nealon that's going to kill you.
Hey, Super Dave, I'm Hawk. I'm the executive producer, and I will endorse that right on the air right now.
Don't you love it? Isn't it great?
Well, I used to watch Super Dave back when you were on the Bizarre Show with John Biner.
Right.
And I got to tell you, watching Super Dave on Spike TV last week, I was laughing out loud, and I never do that.
That is so great of you to say that. Didn't you love it?
I really did, and everyone should watch it tonight. 9 o'clock Spike. It is such a great show. It is just a great show.
I'm going to call you guys every other day because this is so nice. It is a great show, and there's nothing like it.
Well,
Look
he's
at
the
the
guy.
crap that's on television.
He's
John and Kate and the Kardashians.
He's the guy I was telling you before we went on air. He's the guy I was telling you that says that your two characters are two of the top 5 television icons of all time.
Oh, that is so nice.
It's also
But
ridiculous.
you were not disappointed in that first episode. That was a beauty.
No, I was not disappointed in that at all. That was, I mean, I've been waiting for another Super Dave episode for I don't know how many years, and you delivered.
You will love these. I decided to do 4, but I may do some more.
Did you guys spend a lot of time on the set? I know you did it in the season finale, but did you guys spend a lot of time on set mocking how bad the Seinfeld finale was?
No, I didn't. They did.
You were respectful?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, it's not my business to say that.
I
didn't think it was bad anyway, so, I mean.
I do think it's an ingenious way of reuniting that show. I don't think they could have done it in a better way. You can't bring it to network television.
I agree. And you know what I really loved? I loved the way in the show that I was in that they handled Michael Richards. I thought that was really great with his confrontations with the blacks.
Funny, clever, and probably he probably had some trepidation about it, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And it really worked. Wasn't as funny as Your Cunt Is in the Sink, but it really worked.
Well, people don't want this show to go away. They love it. Is there going to be another season?
I'm sure there will be. I don't think it'll ever stop.
Because there are some questions about whether there will be another one, isn't there?
There always is. He's like Brett Favre.
Why? But why? Why? Why would there be any questions? If it's so popular, it's so fun, it's so weird, and you seem to have total creative freedom. And as you were saying, if the whole thing's ad-libbed, it seems like you guys are enjoying the hell out of yourselves while you're doing it.
I can't answer that. I wish I could, but I can't. But believe me, he loves doing it, and he had a blast.
What are your
I think
favorite?
this was just a fun year. I mean, I just loved it. It was fun.
Hawk thinks it was your best year. What are your favorite TV shows?
I love Curb. I love Super Dave.
Shocking.
All of a sudden, it's just shock.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's just going to beat me up. No, I let me see what else I really watch. I loved House in the first season.
Wow, you only watch yourself.
No, that's not true. I watch television. You said, what do I love?
Yes.
I watch it. I watch sports. I watch the news. I watch. I used to love To Catch a Predator.
Ah,
Yeah.
That was my favorite. When
It's
that
great.
bird walked in and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" and a guy sitting there dressed as a pretzel with nothing on, saying nothing. And he said, "What do you mean nothing? Didn't you say to?" "Well, I just wanted to make sure little Billy was doing his homework." "Well, that isn't what you said on the internet. You said you wanted to put your head in his ass." "Well, that doesn't mean what it says." And what do you do for a living? I'm a rabbi. Oh, my God almighty. Is there anything else you want to say? No, I just want to go outside and have my head slammed into the ground and be handcuffed. Okay.
It is. He's right. That's great television. Bob Einstein. He's also Super Dave Osborne. He's Marty Funkhauser from Curb Your Enthusiasm. You can check out Super Dave's.
Now, on my show, I have a joke of the week. And you missed the first show, so I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
Kid's walking down the hall, and he hears screaming in his parents' bedroom. He opens the door. There's his father, dressed only in cowboy chaps. His mother's dressed as a cheerleader with nothing on underneath, and they're going at it. He said, Daddy, what's going on? He says, don't worry, Billy. Just go to bed. We're having some fun. Daddy will tuck you in a little while. 20 minutes later, father's walking down the hall. He hears screaming in his kid's bedroom. He opens the door. There's his kid having sex with his grandmother. He says, Billy, what the hell are you doing? He says, it's not so funny when it's your mother, is it?
Bob Einstein, again, Super Dave Osborne. We're going to let him go on that note. It's not going to get better than that. Super Dave's Spike-tacular airs
tonight. You're going to love it.
Airs on Spike TV tonight. Go to spike.com for details. We got to make you a friend of the show. Thank you for stopping by, Bob.
Definitely. Remember one thing, guys, and take this through the holiday. P.S. Your cunt is in the sink.
Thank you, Funkhauser.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you for being on with us.